Welcome once again to Breakfast Central. The conversations continue this morning. We move from Rivers now to Ondo State. The State House of Assembly has declared Lucky Aiyedatiwa as the acting governor of the state, following the receipt of the letter from Governor Akeredolu on his plans to embark on medical leave. Now, according to the Speaker of the House, Olamide Oladiji, Governor Akeredolu's letter follows his doctor's advice on the need for medical follow-up after recuperating. Hence, the medical leave which commenced yesterday, 13 December 2023.
The governor's action is in line with Section 190 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. His deputy, Honorable Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has now assumed the responsibilities of the governor in acting capacity until there's a written declaration to the contrary. The governor will be going on medical leave for the third time this year, and his absence has caused a protracted crisis in his cabinet and the ruling All Progressives Congress in the state.
Now, joining us this morning from Akure, the Ondo State capital, is Honorable Olugbenga Omole. He was the spokesperson for the Ondo State 9th House of Assembly. Good morning, and thanks for joining us, Honorable. Thanks for your time. Honorable Omole, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm on phone. Okay. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Loud and clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting turn of events in the last few weeks in Ondo State. Deputy Governor, of course, has now been made acting governor. Let's get you to, first of all, share your thoughts on what's been playing out with Governor Akeredolu's health crisis, and, of course, you know, the delay that it took with Lucky Aiyedatiwa had now been made acting governor.
Please come again. I have difficulty in...
Okay, can you hear me clearly now?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay, so I was trying to get your views on what's been playing out in Ondo State in the last few weeks, months, maybe even years, that has led to the current situation where the deputy governor has now been made acting governor, the delay in transferring of power from Governor Akeredolu to Lucky Aiyedatiwa. Share your brief thoughts on what's played out in the last few weeks.
Yeah, good morning. It's my pleasure to be here this morning. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Ondo State has been in the news for wrong reasons in the past couple of months. But we give glory to God that wisdom prevails at last. And we want to give it to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, the President of Nigeria, Senator Bola Tinubu, who played a fatherly role to see that the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is strictly adhered to. Yeah, a lot has happened, like, as you said, that why the delay that the delay in transferring power to the deputy governor to be acting. I want to tell you that it's high power politics that has been playing out in Ondo State, and it's avoidable, it's unfortunate. I know you know the story right from, let's just take it from September 7th, when the governor of Ondo State, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, NSCN, came back from his medical leave from Germany. Yeah, he arrived in Ibadan on September 7th, and a meeting was held the following day. He held a meeting with the ESCO member, the House Assembly member, stakeholders, and the party hierarchy. And since then, he hasn't been to Ondo State, and this led to many questions being asked that because the truth of the matter is that Governor Akeredolu has done a lot for Ondo State, and people really prayed for him. Majority of Ondo State citizens across party line prayed for him so that he would be fit and come back to continue the good work he has been doing. But unfortunately, we have a few set of people around him that didn't handle the issue very well, and they were using his condition to perpetrate a lot of things. It's unfortunate that a man that they claim they love, a man that has done a lot for them, particularly they shielded him and prevented him from doing what he has been doing before, what he's known to.
Would it be wrong to say that there's a cabal in Ondo State that, has...
Well, we will be glorifying them if we call them a cabal. I see them as unfortunate and opportunists.
Can you name some of these individuals?
They don't even have the boss. They don't even have the boss of a cabal, because what they were doing was unimaginable, it was unthinkable, and, well, as it is now, they have to face the music, because I wouldn't want to mention name here now for obvious reasons.
Okay.
For obvious reasons, because as at yesterday, the DSS was in the office of one of them twice. I'm aware they are under investigation as I'm talking to you.
What are they being investigated for?
Of course, it's in the open that the signature of the governor was allegedly forged on government document. A commissioner, a member of the cabinet, wrote a letter to the governor and attached the results of a forensic expert on what he observed as a false signature. I've seen these documents, and you don't need to be an handwriting expert to know that that was not the signature of the governor. The governor has two signatures, a short one that he used for official things like approval and all that, and a long one that he used for public to sign for letters and all that. We are very familiar with this signature. So I won't want to dwell much on this, because I'm aware that petition has been written to the EFCC, ICPC, and other law enforcement agents.
All right. Thank you very much for shedding light on these areas. But I'd like us to come back again and just shed a little more light on what the underlying motive might have or might be for these people who you have mentioned, you've made reference to, that do not want to let go of power. Is there a possibility that maybe they want to use power for themselves, at the next elections? What would you say is their motive? And yes, you said you're not mentioning names, but can you give us an idea? Are these people family members? Are these people from his political party? Can you give us an idea, how these people are related to, to power, to the current seat of power?
One of the senior aides of the governor, in a couple of weeks ago, was on here to allege some family members and people close to the governor that are perpetrating this thing. You see, they have motive. Like the question you asked, they have motive because, as you are aware, there's going to be the gubernatorial election in Ondo State next year, almost less than a year. Today is 14th. I think the election is November 16th next year, and the primary will come up in April. So that is the underlying political undercurrent. These people, we have some of them who have openly declared the ambition to succeed Mr. Governor. It is not hidden in Ondo State. They've come out and launched their campaign both on social media and on conventional media, and that is the reason they wanted to shock the then deputy governor, now acting governor. And of course, you knew that at the first instance where the president intervened on this matter, he thought they were sincere with him, and they had a family meeting, and he told them to toe the path of the law. But when they came back to Ondo State, they were given different mischievous interpretation to what Mr. President meant. And Mr. President was furious in the last meeting he held on Monday with them, and they lost some of the privileges and advantage they had here to. Yeah. What I'm saying in essence is that in the first meeting there was some resolution which ordinarily is unbelievable, but for peace to reign, for example, we heard that one of the resolutions then, not now, was that the cabinet should not be dissolved, the party structure should not be touched, then the leadership of the House should remain, status quo. The question we were asking them then was that, does a deputy governor have the power to dissolve the cabinet? The answer is capital no. They know, but because they are mischievous. Because by implication, if somebody say the deputy governor should not dissolve the ESCO, he has told them point and blank that the deputy governor is already an acting governor, but they knew, but because they are mischievous, they came here, that was why in the ESCO that was presided by the deputy governor some few days ago, it was just a ceremonial ESCO because there was nothing tangible that came out of that sitting, because they brought out memo as usual that the deputy governor should approve, and the deputy governor, now acting, told them categorically that is not empowered by the law to authorize or approve anything, because he's just a deputy governor and not the acting governor, because we have the governor. For crying out loud, this set of people are not the people that genuinely love the governor. The governor remains our principal, our leader that we worked with since 2012. We know what it stands for. But unfortunately, these characters, these few individuals, these opportunists are using the condition of the governor to do a lot of unimaginable things. I know we have not seen the end of this. I know days ahead, there's going to be revelation upon revelation upon revelation. I think what they are trying to do is to prevent the acting governor now to have access to some of the deeds they have done. They know by keeping him perpetually as a deputy governor, they will continue to lord over him that this is what the governor said, this is what the governor said you should do, that is not how to run democracy. We have a law, we have a constitution that guides us, and it's a new dawn in Ondo State today. The acting governor had made a broadcast 7 a.m. this morning, and that broadcast is well written, and the Ondo State people got the message, and flowing from there, we know he has started on a very good slate. Yeah, well, I mean, he's acting governor. It means that Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, if he returns, from his medical trip, will likely, of course, take back the seat. I hope this is where we are. Is this the understanding that we all have? It is sacrosanct. The governor remains the governor. Yeah, I just wanted to clarify. The governor remains the governor. Hold on, please. Hold on, please. It's anybody that's mischievous that says he won't understand that. It's unfortunate the governor is indisposed now. We continue to pray for him. And I know the acting governor will do everything possible because he's his boss. They've come a long way. You need to listen to the speech the governor made at their inauguration, February 2020.
We actually have the speech.
We have
the speech. Let's take a look at the speech. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, we don't. Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have it here. We've just gotten information. But please, go ahead. We've seen the speech. I wanted you to just highlight a little bit on the relationship of the governor and the acting governor. Talk a bit about their relationship. And if you know that, what do you think that the governor would have said in this moment about the acting governor?
He will have said, Lucky, Orimisan, Aiyedatiwa, my beloved brother, carry on. That is what Arakunrin, Oluwarotimi, Akeredolu, CON that we know. That is what you have. They have a perfect relationship. And you cannot pick somebody as your running mate if you don't have absolute trust in him. That's a fact. That's a fact these people forget to know. Let me tell you, because I'm an insider, Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Akeredolu remains our leader, remains my leader, and Lucky Aiyedatiwa is my friend. So I have a very good relationship with the two of them, and these people, some of them were not even in the trenches with us when we were running around to make this government come to power. There was an instance, the bulletproof vehicle the governor was using for campaign had a fault at the point. It is this acting governor, Honorable Aiyedatiwa, that provided his personal bulletproof car for the governor to use at some point during the campaign. These people are nowhere to be found then. And now they want to choke this man without even taking into cognizance what the Constitution says. You may not like somebody's face, but you cannot stop what God has bestowed on a man. Yeah. God is the one that enthrones kings. So I would just advise people should allow peace to reign. Let's put behind us what has happened in the last couple of months and start a new course. Ondo State must move forward.
Yeah, I want you to quickly speak on.
Should be our primary interest.
Yeah, I also want you to speak on. You know, there was a news report that now you're saying that they had a great relationship. There's reports that when Governor Akeredolu returned, he had the media aides of the deputy governor then fired. So can you confirm, you know, what happened in that period? You know, why were his aides fired? Did that show a friction in the relationship between Governor Akeredolu and Aiyedatiwa? And also another thing to quickly question, you know, you were a spokesperson for the 9th Assembly. Does the Ondo State Assembly need to wait for a go-ahead from President Tinubu before they act when situations like this arise?
Well, let me take it from the last question. It's unfortunate that the House Assembly have turned themselves into a puppet into the hands of these few cabals. It's unfortunate. It is clear in the Constitution, Section 190, Section 190, subsection 1 and subsection 2. The Speaker is an experienced legislator. He was my colleague in the 9th Assembly, but unfortunately, his character and the way he behaves in the last couple of months is undeserving of the exalted position he's holding. It's very unfortunate. Like you said, does it take them to go to Abuja for the president to show them that section of the Constitution? And unfortunately, we don't have a very, although we have a very good party here, but the leadership of the party in Ondo State should be looked into. Ordinarily, if we have a good leader in the aims of affairs of the party in Ondo State, this issue will have been resolved long ago. But because the person who is the chairman of the party has taken side and is one of the major problems we have in the party today. A lot of party members are afraid to say this, but I say this in every opportunity I have to say it. He's not running the party the way the party should be run.
Just to clarify, who are you speaking
about? He's power drunk. He's Aiyedatiwa.
Okay.
The APC chairman in Ondo. He has been scolded several times. He has been warned several times, and I think he's taking his luck too far. He will sit down in the corner of a room because the governor is not around and write names of appointees. It is not done. But it's a new dawn now. I think
this man who
we have to look
referred
into all this. The acting governor, the acting governor has a lot of work to do now. Immediately, he has to be firm. He has to be fair. He has to take some drastic decision that will make Ondo State people and the politicians happy, because we are approaching an election.
Yep. Do you have any idea?
I want to tell you for free. Want to tell you for free that the life of this administration is almost 7 months. Board and parasites have not been constituted. A lot of people suffer for this party. Since 2012, they have not benefited. They have not had the opportunity to showcase their talents. Okay. We have faithful party members that ought to have been compensated for the work they did since 2016. But what the chairman of the party does is to
Yeah, it's starting to sound like, all of this, might also be geared towards political favors, for some of these people that you've mentioned. And also towards getting Lucky Aiyedatiwa to maybe contest for governor. Do you have any clarity as to whether he will be running for governor in the elections?
I wish that clip that you said you had, you could show it.
Yeah.
You see where the genesis of this problem was that on the day of their inauguration, the governor, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, CONSN, openly, publicly, officially endorsed Lucky Aiyedatiwa as his successor. The tape is there. It's in the public domain.
We did see the clip. We did see the clip where he said a number of things.
He said,
spoke very highly.
He said, let me quote the governor now. You know the governor is a Christian, a very good one at that. And he said, he reads Daddy Gio Babadeboye Open Heaven every morning. He said 2 days prior to that time, the text of the Open Heaven for that day was about the name you give to your child. And the governor, hold on please. The governor made an example that, Pastor Adeboye was in the academics before he became the general overseer. He was in the university. So there was a guy, a hardworking guy, that was a clerk. So everybody calls him professor because of the way he handled his work. And the guy just made up his mind that this name they are calling me professor, I'll be professor one day. And lo and behold, the guy eventually became a professor. So the governor said, the deputy governor, your name, the deputy governor, acting governor, is Lucky Orimisan Aiyedatiwa. He said it's only a lucky person that can be a governor. I mean, can be a deputy governor, that you are a deputy governor today. That Orimisan in Yoruba means that my head is good. That is somebody that has a good head that can be deputy governor. And the name of your parents, Aiyedatiwa, the world is ours.
Yes.
That he has done his own, he's going, and you will take on. He said, when I decrease, you increase.
Yes.
That was the day the problem of the acting governor started.
In fact, he said a lot of things, to be fair. He did speak very highly of Lucky Aiyedatiwa. He even went further to say that this is his own second term and his run has come to an end. It's time for Aiyedatiwa to continue from where he stopped, so that he will increase for Aiyedatiwa. So he will decrease for Aiyedatiwa to increase. So in light of that, now from that clip, we can see that there was a great relationship between the governor and the acting governor. But you have said to us,
perfect relationship.
Great. You've said to us now that there are people and institutions who have tried to exploit the health condition of the governor. Would you say that Aiyedatiwa, whom you've complained about how he's handled the party politics in APC, would you say that he's one of these people who have refused, or who are part of these, you said we shouldn't call them cabal, but who are part of the body of people who have refused for the governor, or who delayed the transmission of power to the acting governor?
Is the arrowhead. In fact, at a point, people know his character. When the governor was here and he was on his seat, we had a meeting at the Cocoa Conference Hall. There are a lot of complaints to the governor that this man collects money from people before he puts their name forward for. The governor called him a tax collector. He called him a tax collector. That's his nickname in Ondo State. People knows this. So, like I said, he has been summoned to the national headquarters of the party several times, but he has not changed. And we advise him to change, because he is not running the party the way it's a party. And this is somebody who has been a perpetual failure in his constituency. Ondo State has 9 House of Rep seats. It is only the domain of this so-called chairman that we lost. There was a time he did anti-party. Internet does not forget. It's on the internet. A chairman of a party, that your party is going to an election and you are busy campaigning for, it's on tape.
Is he also one of the...
campaigning for another party. Who does that?
Well, is he also one of the people that was visited by the DSS? You mentioned that some people have been visited by the DSS. Is he one of them? And do you foresee that maybe legal actions will be instituted against him?
You know what? He's not an appointee. Oh, he's an appointee of the government. I think he's a part-time member of the governing council of Rufus Giwa Polytechnic. But you know, he has the party structure. He's not in government as a real appointee. I think the one he had that is part-time. But he's using his position as the chairman of the party to bully some people. And he's making a lot of wrong choices. Where we lost election, with the few places we lost election in the last election, is because of him, because of his high-handedness and dictatorship. That was why we lost election in some areas. This is a no factor party members in Ondo State. Unless he changes his way,
well, you know, the
party
APC
will not move forward.
The APC structure in the state will determine that. But you know, there's also people who whisper that, you know, family members of Governor Akeredolu might also be one of those who are, you know, somehow, some way behind the chaos.
Well, this is a sensitive issue. We are talking about the health of the governor of Ondo State. I don't want to dwell about his family. You understand? We should respect his privacy for now. Although he's a public figure, a lot has been said about this man. Does not deserve all the bashing he has. All of us know what Akeredolu stands for. He's the chairman of the Governor Forum for Southwest. He's the chairman of the South. We know the role he played when some people wanted to take the presidency out of the southern Nigeria. We know the role he played in the formation of this is a man that has done so well for Ondo State people. What plays out in the last 3 months is not the character of Akeredolu we know. And we know that it's this cabal. You know, somebody that is sick, his focus will be on his health, not governance. And the Akeredolu I know, several times, if you threaten him with anything, he will tell you, I have my law firm, I will take my book and go back to Ibadan. You cannot threaten me about... Let me tell you a story. A couple of days to the second term election, some politicians went to him that he should mobilize them, that they want to go home, and he knew if he give them money, they will not leave Akure. He told them point blank, if you like, don't go and vote. If God says I will win, I will win. And if I lose, I will carry my bag and go to Ibadan. That is Akeredolu for you. He has handed over power before now 4 times. It's not something, it's something we gladly do. So it is these people around him that shielded him away from people that were using his health to do all this, to perpetrate. Okay, they will come and tell you the governor said this. The governor that they don't have access to, the governor have not spoken to. Is that how to run a government?
All right.
So I want to say again, it will be unfair at this point if I don't give credit to the elders in Ondo State, particularly Parube Fashoranti, Bashorun, Sendi Arobaba. These are our leaders in Ondo State, our rival leader that saw the trajectory of the way things are going, and they wrote a letter to Mr. President that at this point he should step in. And we thank God that today peace has come to governance in Ondo State. The right thing to be done has been done. The law has taken its course, and power has been transferred to the deputy governor to make him an acting governor. This is something that ought to have happened months ago.
Yeah.
So I will advise the deputy governor that he should hit the ground running. And I will advise him again to be fair, to be firm. He has to be firm. These are the qualities of good leaders. And he should not be afraid to take decision in the good interest of the people of Ondo State. A decision that will rebrand the governance and the party. A decision that will make the government move forward. A decision that will continue to give good dividends of democracy to the people of Ondo State. As we approach the festivity period, I want him to quickly do some quick win that will assuage the people, that will make them happy, that will show that he has the courage, he has the capacity to step in the shoes of his principal.
No, well, that's actually what I was going to ask. How you think Acting Governor Aiyedatiwa should, of course, carry on going forward. And how maybe also these people you've named as a cabal, might also, affect his government. So if you can speak on that one, because these people still exist, the ones that you've said, have been clogging the wheel, they still exist in the government. So how does Acting Governor Aiyedatiwa handle, these aspects of it going forward as quickly as possible? We're almost out of time.
Yeah, that's why I say he must take some decision. Yes, at the same time, he has to be fair, because these are the set of people that doesn't want him to get to where he is today. He should forgive them, but then this is politics.
On a final note,
you have to do what you have to do.
Absolutely.
A man has to do what a man has to do. Well, if they are remorseful, but when it comes to the issue of forgery and corruption, you should not close his eyes on that. Like I said, there are petitions to the EFCC, ICPC, and other security agencies. We should allow them to do their work, and anybody that is found culpable should face the music.
All right.
Because that is what Ondo State people want.
Honorable, we can't wrap up this conversation without, talking about the fact that, unfortunately, there's someone's life here who is at stake, someone who's unwell, and he is, of course, the governor of the state. Have you heard from him? Have you been able to see him? How is the governor?
Again, please, your question again, I can't get that.
I said we cannot over-politicize this conversation without forgetting the fact that the governor's health is a key issue here. So first of all, we empathize with the people of the Sunshine State on the health situation of the governor. And to ask you if you've seen the governor, if you've heard from the governor, and if you can give us a report of how the governor actually is. How is his health?
Like I said, the deputy governor made a speech this morning, a state broadcast, and I think he dwelt on that part. Like I said, the governor remains the governor. We continue to pray for him to get better and to come back and continue with our wish. My wish personally is for him to finish strong. You understand? So we pray for him to come back after he has gotten well. And like I said, he has transmitted power 4 times, and he came back and continued.
Yes, I was asking him. I was asking you
why this.
I was asking you if you had seen him, if you know about the situation of his health currently, because of course our thoughts and our prayers are with the people of the state.
Yes, the governor.
The governor, yes.
You mean the governor?
Yes, please.
The last time I saw the governor was in May.
Okay. All right. So I take it that you do
But
not have.
we all know that he's sick and he's attending to his health. But what really happened was that the media handlers and the closest aides to the governor did not act very well. Number one, that unpopular choice of planning to impeach the deputy governor is something they should not have started at all. They shouldn't have started it, because in the life of this administration, in the first half of Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu CONSN, attempt was made to impeach the then deputy governor. It failed. Coming from that experience, I don't expect that we should toe that path again.
All right.
Because immediately they started that, I warned the speaker, because he was my colleague. I told him, stand on the side of the people. This is not going to work, even if you have the 26 of you endorsing it, because the deputy governor is innocent of all the allegation level they gave him.
Okay.
When they want to do this, they will say gross misconduct.
Honorable, unfortunately, we've run out of time. We hope that we can have you again and have more information unfolding in this case. Our thoughts and our prayers are with Governor Akeredolu Akeredolu, as well as the acting governor, Aiyedatiwa. We hope that he's able to steer the ship of Ondo State to better heights. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
For your time.
All right, we'll move away from Ondo State and bring you updates with Osun State.
Now, for still in the southwest, apparently, in another health-related issue, the Osun State Governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke, has debunked rumors surrounding his health. The governor, who arrived at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, on Wednesday, after a month of working vacation, said he feels refreshed and recharged for more service to the people of the state. Let's quickly take a look at that.
Good news to us people. Your governor is fit. Can't you see me? And I'm so happy, that I'm back. When I was coming in, did you see me with a wheelchair? No. Can't you see me? Come on now. Can't you see me like this jumping? Am I looking good or what? Very looking good. That's it. So they're just embarrassed because of our achievement, because of our progress. Like I said the other time on my interview, when they go low, we go high. So that's it.
Now that you are back,
yes.
What should people of Osun expect?
Oh my God. Goodies all the way. Good tidings all the way. I love you all. Thank you so much.
From the governor of Osun State, he was known as the dancing senator, and he's let us know that he's just come back from vacation, he's come back from Thailand, and he's had such a great time. I mean, it's not surprising to see what's happening because of what is happening in Oyo State, and we've seen this happen a number of times, even at the presidential level with the former president, late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, where it seems that once there's a slight absence, once they've noticed any slight absence, there's an assumption that the person is critically ill. It's currently happening not just in Nigeria, it's happening outside Nigeria as well. As the Tanzanian vice president, they were asking, where is the vice president? Where is the vice president? Anyway, it's great to know that he's fine. We have come to the end of today's show. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow. I am Olive Emodi.
And I am Usaogi Ogbanwa. Have a brilliant Thursday. See you tomorrow.